Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group Meteor and we are to propose our project about the IIUM sport facilities booking system. Okay, for our groups contains 4 members. There is me as Muhammad Irfan Zaki bin Muhammad Razali. Next is Siti Nur Farhanin binti Muhammad Isa. Next is Nur Shahira binti Saleh, and lastly Nur Najah binti Nordin. Okay, I will present the short introduction about our project. First is about the project scope. Okay, this IIUM sport facility booking system is an software that accepts booking from student or staff that want to use the facilities at the IIUM sport complex. Okay, this software replaces the old traditional booking by making it simple and systematic. It also simplifies the users to make a booking and the admin of the sport complex to manage the booking. Okay, for the stakeholder is a person who has interest in the system. So our stakeholder are the IIUM sport complex and also the student and staff.
My name is Jennifer Hanim, and now I want to talk about this project objective. The first one is to create a healthy student society and productive lifestyle. It is based on SDG number 3, which is good health and well-being. A fast and efficient booking system of facility might encourage students to exercise, thus create a healthy communities. The second one is to create a paperless environment. These systems are fully online and does not require any single use of paper. And the third one is to generate a detailed report for the admin. The clear view of the system will be presented in automatic report to the manager for their record keeping and improvement.
So this is our process model. We use a rapid application development, which is there are 4 phases. So the first one is requirement planning. So in this stage, we collaborated with a stakeholder to establish the project goals and expectation, and any existing or potential issue that may arise during construction. So this stage can be described this way. We used research the current issue, and we defined the project requirement. We conducted requirement engineering. We develop or we do use cases specification, and we finalize the requirement with concurrent of each stakeholder. So the second phase is user design. So in this user design, stakeholder will collaborate with us to ensure that the system met their requirement at every stage of the design process. It is similar to customizable software development. So they can test each product prototype at each stage to verify that it meet their expectation. So we used interface design. We developed interface design. So in these phases, which is rapid construction and feedback. So in these phases, we with the software development team of developer, tester, and developer work collaboratively to verify that everything runs smoothly and that the ultimate result fulfills the stakeholder expectation and objective. So this phases is very crucial because it allows them to continue to provide input throughout the process. So we can divide it into several smaller steps, which is we prepare for rapid construction, we program and application development. So we prepared the prototype, developed, and then we conduct system tests. So the last stage, which is finalized product or implementation. So in these phases, we finalize the product. So this is the phases of implementation, in which the final product will be released to the stakeholder. This is our use case diagram. So we have three activities: is new user, existing user, and manager. So for new user, the function that they can do is register and log in. So for existing user, they don't have to register again, but they can log in to the IIUM Sport Complex Facilities Booking System. So they can book the facilities, they can view the booking details that they have been approved or pending, and then they can make a payment after the booking is approved by the manager. So for the manager can manage the booking, they can manage the facilities, they can add, delete, create new facilities, and also manager can generate report for their further reference, or to make a report, year report, and so on.
So this is our activity diagram for this system. First, the user can view the availability of the facilities that they want. If the facilities is available, then the user can proceed to book the facilities. When the user book the facilities, then the booking request will send to the manager for them to approve or reject the booking. So, if the manager approves the booking request, then the system will notify the facilities successfully booked through the user's email, so that the user can view the approval status. Then, the user can print the approval slip, generate in PDF, and then the user can proceed to the pay deposit, and the manager will view the record and generate record and will update the facilities info here. Meanwhile, if the manager rejects the booking request by the user, then the system will notify booking are unsuccessful. So the user can view the approval status that being rejected through their email. So after the user view the approval status is rejected, then the activity diagram ends.
Next is use case specification for account registration. Okay, so first is the precondition: the users must have metric number. So it means that you want to make an account, you need a metric card or metric number. So the basic flow is the system will display the username, first name, last name, metric or staff number, password and password confirmation, and email that asks user to enter the detail. So next section is users enter the detail. After that, user will click next button, so the system will bring the users to the next page. At the next page, the system asks user to choose whether it's their first time or not, then ask the user whether they want to leave a message or not. The message is depend what they want to send. Okay, next is the user choose the first time or not, and leave some message if they want, and then they click register. So the system saves and create an account. So then the use case ends there. The post condition of the use case is the user created his account and can proceed to the login web. Okay, this is the user interface designed for registration. there is they put the text here and some boxes to fill up the information. So this is the registration page. So first they need to enter the username, like I use some example here. The first name maybe this, and last name. Okay, for this is for the metric numbers. Or if you are staff, you need to enter the staff number, then the password, anything password, and reconfirm it, and put the email here. Then we click next, and the system will bring to the next page. And yes, this is time. If you want to put something, you just leave it there, or just put it blank here. So after you complete fill up the information, just click register. So thanks for registering will pop up. That means your account is already created.
Okay, next for the test case. The first test case is register. So for this test case, it will test the registration page for user, and the precondition for this test is the student or staff must have metric or staff number. There is no dependency for this test case because it is the first thing that user do if the user doesn't have an account. So let's go to the test. Okay, for the first step is to navigate to the registration page. Okay, for the test data is the link of the registration page. So the expected and actual result are displayed here, the registration page. So, and then the second step is user must enter a username. So the username here we put the example 23. Okay, so user enters username. Then user need to enter the full name. Here the example, the first name and last name. And then user will enter the metric or staff number. So here we choose the metric number. So the user entered the metric number into the text box. Okay. Next is user enter password, and as the sixth step is user enter the password. So these two steps there is must the same password. So user will enter and re-enter the password. After that, the seventh step is user need to enter the email. So this is the example of email. So user will enter the email. Then user choose whether it's first time or not registered to this system. So what this test is button for the first time or not. I show for the previous website there is two button. So user just click the button and it's function. And the ninth step is leave a note. So the user will enter any kind of text into the text box. So this sample, enter thank you into the text box, so you can write in the text box. Okay, for the last test case is click on register button. So the user will click the register button. So the pop-up show after the complete the registration. Yes, the pop-up thank you for registration will be pop-up. So for the post condition, the user have an account, so that the account can be used for surfing the website and make the booking.
Hi, my name is Nur Shahira binti Saleh. Metric number is 2115912. I'm going to explain about use case specification, test cases, design phase, and interface for login and booking details. So as you guys can see, this is the use case specification for login is for user. So the precondition for use case specification for login is the users must have an account to access themselves into the system. So the use case starts when the user visits the system. The system will display the system homepage and the system displays the login box to allow the user to input their details such as email and password. Then the user clicks on the login button. The system validates the login details with the database. If the user input the correct username or email and password, then the system prompts a pop-up message, login successful. Then the user successfully log in into their account. Then the use case ends. So the first alternative for use case specification for login is sign up, which the system provides option to sign up a new account for a new user. So the user clicks on sign up. The system prompts user to input details like username, first name, last name, metric or staff number, password, and email. After the user inputs all the details, the user will reconfirm the password and click register button. Then the account created and the system displays the successful message. Next, the user account database will be updated and the use case continue with basic flow at step 2, which is the system displays the login box for allow user to input their details again. Next, the assumption for use case specification login is forgot password. If the user forgot their password, the user can click on forgot password option. Then the system prompts user to enter email. After the user enters email, the system validates email and the system sends a reset password link to the user's email. Then the system displays the message stating that the link has been sent to the user's email. After that, the use case continue with basic flow at step 2, which is it is again pop up a login box. The other assumption for use case specification for login is invalid username or password. If the user input a wrong or invalid username or email and password, the system will display error invalid password. Then the system prompts user to re-enter the login details. Then the use case ends. So the post conditions for this use case specification is user successfully log into their account. The special requirements is the user must have a metric number to register, because if the user don't have any metric number, it actually cannot allow the user to sign up or to proceed into the homepage or into the dashboard of the system. Next, the business rules. The system should be able to process the login without error if the user input the correct username and password. For the assumption and issues. Assumption: user has provided the correct and valid login details, but the issues is system is not in an optimal condition, and the database failure. So this is the design phase for login page, which here the user must enter their username and password to use the system. And if a user forgot their password or username here, they can reset their password by clicking on this, which is the forgot password link. Okay, so this is our login page, actual login page, which the user must enter their username and their password before click the login button. For example, we input username and password, then click on the login button, then the system will go to the home page of the system here, like this. Next, the test case for login. So the precondition for the test case is students or staff that registered under IIUM, because this system is only provided to the IIUM members, which is if the user don't have any metric number, such like that, the user cannot proceed to the homepage or the dashboard like that. So the first step is navigate to login. Here the test data is the link to allow user to move to go to the login page. So the expected result is login page is displayed. Then the user enter a username, for example like this one. Then the user enters his username and enter a password, for example like this. Then enter password for account login. Then click on login button and the user shall be able to proceed to the homepage and the dashboard of the homepage displayed. So the post condition for this case, login is the username and password is validated with database, successfully log into account, and the dashboard displayed the user profile, which is retrieved from the database.
Hi, my name is Nur Najiha. So I will explain about use case specification for book facilities, the user design, implementation, and test cases. So this is our use case specification for book facilities. So this is for a user. So the precondition is user must have login into the system in order to proceed with the booking facilities. So first thing first, once user login, user can choose either men's sport complex facilities or women's sport complex facilities at the tab. So system will display available facilities including booking status. So once user choose date and time, the system will show the available session for that date and for that facilities. So once user click on the book button, the system will display the form and the availability of the facilities. So user need to enter to fill out the form, which is his name, email, phone number, purpose of the booking. So once user submit, it will pop out a message which is confirmation to submit. So if user click no, it will go to alternative 1. So user choose to submit, and then the system submit to the booking application, and it will prompt successful. So the user successfully booked the facilities. So this is alternate flow, which is if user click cancel, so it will go to the cancellation booking. So once user select the cancellation booking, it will successful cancel. So the post condition is user gets his or her reservation facilities. So this is our user design, which is facilities for facilities booking. So the first things is facilities service. So in this page, it will show all of the services that offered by the IIUM Sport Complex. So this is the list of the services. So, and this is the facility status. So this figure will show the time, the service name, the availability, and either session is can be booked or it's already closed. And at the top, it will show the calendar. So user can select the date that they want to book the facilities. So once user click book, it will go to the facilities session. So in this facilities session, it's want to confirm that user to click the session for that facilities. So once user click choose the session, and then user need to click next. So once user clicks next, it will go to booking form. So user need to fill out all the details because it is required. So once user fill out all the details, so user click book it. So it is will pop up successful booking. So this is our booking facilities page, which is will be pop up all of the services in the IIUM Sport Complex. So this is all the services. So user can choose either female or male. So once user click book now, it will go to the station selected. So once user select the date and the station, and then it will go to booking summary. So user click next, and then it will go to booking form. So in this booking form, user need to fill out the name, email, phone number, and department or kuliah. So and then user click book in, and then it will go to are you sure want to submit? This is the option. User can cancel or want to proceed to submit. If user click cancel, it will go to the booking form, and then if user click submit, it will show the successfully submitted. So this is test cases booking. So the priority is medium. So the module name is booking facilities. Description is test the booking page that user use for book facilities. So the precondition is user checked the booking availability on the date that they choose from the calendar provided in the system. So first, user open the booking page by click on book button. So the test data is book now button. So the expected result it will display booking session. So once user click booking session and then choose session to be booked, and then the test data is next button. So the expected result will be a booking form to be displayed, and then user get the booking form, and then the test data is a booking form, and it will display booking form and availability of the facilities. So and then user need enter their detail in the booking form, and then they click book. So this is the test data for booking form. So the name is Nadia Kamil, the number phone, the email, and the message, which is the purpose of the booking, and then kuliah department and so on. So it will pop up the confirmation to submit. So either user want to cancel or want to proceed to submit. So if user click no, it will back to the form page. So if user click yes, it will pop out the display successful. So the precondition is user will see the list of booking details for user view or update. So the system goes to the test approval for user to update on the approval status, whether approved or rejected.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nufara Hanim binti Mama ISE, matrix number 2119316. I would like to present about use case specification, user interface design, prototype and test cases for use case manage booking and generate report. For use case specification of managed booking, the objective of this use case is to allow manager to accept or reject booking that has been made. This specification was made by me and approved by Nur Najiha. The precondition of this use case is the manager have to log in into the system and booking has been made by the user. The use case only have one basic flow and one alternative flow. The use case will start when the manager click list of pending booking menu at the navigation bar and the system displays display the pending booking list. And then the manager click accept button to approve the booking. Then the system updates the status of the booking into the database and user site. The use case ends when the manager decides there's no booking to be accepted. For the alternative flow, this will happen if and only if manager clicks reject button, and then the system updates the status of booking into the database and user site, and then the use case will end. The post conditions of this use case is the user will get their booking status either accepted or rejected. Next, we're gonna talk about the user interface design for managed booking. Here we have two icons at the top that will represent notification and profile icon. Then there will be a navigation menu at the side, while at the middle of the page, the list of pending booking and action will be displayed. For the prototype, we can see the navigation menu at the side with the list of menus such as home, pending booking, list of facilities, list of members, and generate report. The interface of this looks different from others is because this is made specifically for manager site. Once user have made the booking, manager will receive the details and decide whether they want to reject or accept the booking by clicking the button at the right side of the table. Then we proceed to manage booking test case. Overall, this test case will check the reject and approve button are working correctly, as well as the button yes or no at the pop-up message suiting their situations. The post conditions of this test case is the approved and rejected booking will be inserted into the database. Second, users will be updated instantly about their approval status, whether approved or rejected. And third, user can proceed to the payment option if their booking is approved.
Next, use case specification for booking details. So the objective of this use case specification is to allow users' booking requests to be admitted by the admin. So the preconditions is the user must have confirmed the booking request before they proceed to the any transaction like a payment like such like that. So the first step is the use case starts when the user enters the booking history page. Then the system displays all the booking details that be made by the user. The system displays the status of the booking request, either accepted or rejected by the admin. Then the user proceeds the booking process by clicking on Pay button. Then the system displays the booking details like facilities, session, date, purpose, status, and total to pay. Then the use case ends. So the first alternative for use case specification for booking details is cancel the booking request. So the user clicks on cancel button and the system displays are you sure to cancel the booking? Then the user select yes. Then the system prompts successfully cancel. The use case ends. However, the post conditions for use case specification uh, for booking details is the user confirm the booking request before doing any transaction like that. Then the special requirements is the system should be able to process the user's booking request without error and allow user to make a payment. Then the business rules is the user must confirm the booking request before make any transaction. So here the assumption is the user has confirmed the booking request, but the issues is like the system suddenly stop and not move to the payment page and the database failure. So this the history page that the user must go first before the system go to the booking details page. So here if the user click on cancel button for this or before that, the user can see their status here, either approved or rejected. If it's approved, then the user can move to the pay and success the booking request. But if the user like change their mind and want to cancel the booking, so just click on this. Then are you sure you want to cancel your booking? Then maybe the user click on yes button. Then the booking request successfully cancelled. However, if the user want to continue the process of the booking request, the user can click on the pay button here and the system will go to this booking detail page, which it will show the user the facilities, the session, the date, purpose, and the status. It is approved, of course, and the total to pay. So here the user can choose the method of the payment that they want to make, either FPS or the credit debit card. If the user choose the FPS here and click button pay, then it will move to the payment page. Now let's see the test case for the booking details, which the preconditions for the test case is the user confirms the booking request that has been sent. So the first step is user open the booking details page by clicks on history page. Then the test data history page button, and the expected result, the system will display all the booking that has been requested by the user. Then the user move to the status of booking request, which the test data is the status request and the expected result is the status request display, so the user can see either their status is rejected or accepted. Then the user clicks pay button and the expected result is the system will display the booking details of the booking. Then the user confirm the booking and click on the pay button again and it will move to the payment page. So here the post conditions for test case for booking details is users will see the list of booking details of the booking request and the system goes to the payment page after the user confirm on the booking facilities.
Okay, for the next use case specification, I will present about use case specification for payment. This use case triggered by user. So the frequency of use is frequently, because every users that want to book book the facilities need to make a payment first. So the frequency is frequently. So the precondition to make the payment is the booking need to be approved by the admins. So for the basic flow, first Use case start when the users click pay button at history page. So the system will bring users to the payment page. Then the system will display all the booking details with amount of booking deposit. The system will ask user to choose payment method, either it's FPS or credit debit cards. So next action is user choose payment method. So first is alternative 1, if the user choose the FPS payment. So here the alternative flow, the system asks the user to choose the bank panel. The user choose bank panel that they prefer. So user click pay button and the system will bring the users to FPS website. Then the use case end. So if the user choose debit credit cards, it will go to the alternative flow 2. There is the system asks the user to enter credit debit cards details. There is credit debit cards number, amount, and CVV. And then the user will enter all the details and click pay. The system brings the users to the bank's website to make the verification of the payment. So the use case end. After the user choose either FPR or debit cards, the user will make the payment, and the payment will be successful. The system brings users to receipt. So the use case end when user click close at the receipt. This is the payment prototyping. This is a payment page design that I do. That is here. The page will display all the details about the booking, either the name of the booking facilities, time and whose booking date, and this is amount that will be displayed, and amount that user need to pay first before getting used to the sport facilities. So this is the what we call the system asks user to choose either FPI payment or credit or debit card payment here. So this will be choose the bank here and click pay, and this need to enter all the credit debit card details and click pay. So this is how it's work. By at the history page, there is the detail about what facilities the user have booked. So this shown that the status as approved. So the precondition is users booking need to be approved first, so then they can pay here. So this is the page, payment page. You can see here the booking details contain all the booking detail here for the facilities, session, date, purpose, and status. So there is amount that users need to pay. Okay, for example, I used to choose payment method FPS here. So I want to go to choose Bank Islam here and click pay. After click pay, it will bring the users to the bank website to make a payment. Then after completing the pay, it will be direct to the receipt payment page. So if the users complete the payment, just close here and will bring to the home page. Okay, what if I choose the credit or debit card here? So first we need to enter the credit card number, this card number here, amount at the front of the credit card, so the CVV here. So when they click pay, it will direct to the bank or the MasterCard page to make a verification of the payment. So after clicking pay, it will bring a user to the payment receipt page here. Same as that, if the user click close, it will bring user back to the home page, and then users can completing, so the user can use the facilities now. Then this is my test cases for use case payment. So we can see here the first step is navigate to the payment page. So this is the link here, and then the expected result is payment page is displayed, and the actual result is payment page is displayed. The second step is navigate to the payment method. So just payment method, all the payment methods are displayed here. Next step is the click bank in the FPI user. This is choose the bank option here, and order button can be pressed. The result is order button can be pressed. The fourth step is the user click pay button in the FPS method. So the pay button will direct to the FBI page, and the actual result also redirect to FBI page. And next step is users pay using FPI methods. So after payment, user will get the receipt of payment. So the actual result is the user receive a receipt of payment. And then next step is user used to pay using the card or debit or credit card. So user enter the card details. So what is test data is the card detail box. The box can be filled with the card information. So next is user click pay button in credit or debit cards. The pay button will be tested here. So the result is user will be redirected to the bank panel website for verification of the payment. So the last use case is the last test case is user pay using credit or debit cards method. So what the test is test data is the payment. So the result of the payment is the user receive receipt of payment. So the proof condition for this use case specification is the user's payment are validated by the system. User will be bring to the booking page and status change from approved to complete, and then user can print the booking form and ready to use the facilities. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Next, I want to present about generate report use case. The objective of this use case is to allow managers to see and download reports from the booking system. The preconditions of this use case is the manager have to log in into the system. This is a simple use case because it has only one basic flow. The use case starts when the manager click report on the navigation menu. The system will display the report and button to download it. The manager click the download button, and the system will generate the report in PDF and upload it into the manager PC. The use case ends when the manager decides there's no report to be downloaded and log out. The post conditions of this use case is the manager will be able to analyze the report. This is the user interface design for the generate report. The interface is just the same as the other manager site, but the difference is in the middle of the page, the list of report will be displayed along with the action. Next, we move on to the prototype version of generate report use case. We can see the list of report by month, and the manager are able to download it by clicking the button download. Last but not least, I will be talking about generate report test case, where we test download button of the report page to ensure that it is working correctly and give the output that the stakeholder want. The post conditions of the test case is the manager are able to analyze the report.